The Milan Cathedral, known in Italian as Duomo di Milano, is one of the most extraordinary masterpieces of Gothic architecture, and one of the most famous churches in the world. Located in the historic center of Milan on Piazza del Duomo, the cathedral is dedicated to the Nativity of the Blessed Virgin Mary and serves as the seat of the Archbishop of Milan. It is the largest church in Italy after St. Peter's Basilica, and one of the largest cathedrals in Europe. With its majestic marble facade, countless spires, thousands of statues, magnificent stained glass windows, and rich history, the Duomo has become the symbol of Milan and one of the most visited landmarks in the world, attracting millions of visitors every year. The construction of the cathedral began in 1386 under the rule of Gian Galeazzo Visconti, Duke of Milan. He envisioned a grand church that would symbolize both the power of his dynasty and the spiritual importance of Milan. The project brought together architects, engineers, sculptors, stonemasons, and craftsmen from across Europe, including Italy, France, and Germany. Unlike many medieval churches that were completed within a few decades, the Duomo required more than 6 centuries of continuous work. Successive generations of artists and builders contributed to the cathedral, each leaving their mark on its design. Although religious services were held long before completion, many architectural details were not finished until the 19th century, and certain decorative elements continued to be added even during the 20th century. The cathedral was built primarily from the famous Candoglia marble, transported from quarries specially reserved for the project. Thousands of blocks of marble were moved through canals leading into Milan. More than 3,400 statues decorate the exterior and interior of the cathedral, making it one of the most richly decorated churches on earth. The building contains 135 elegant spires, crowned by numerous statues of saints and biblical figures. Its tallest spire rises approximately 108 meters and supports the famous golden Madonnina statue, one of the most beloved symbols of Milan. Inside, the cathedral can accommodate nearly 40,000 worshippers and visitors, emphasizing the monumental ambitions of its creators. Historians estimate that if the cost of constructing the cathedral over 6 centuries were translated into modern values, it would amount to several billions of dollars. Precise calculations are impossible because construction extended across many generations and was financed through taxes, donations, contributions from noble families, church funds, and support from rulers. Vast quantities of precious materials, including marble, bronze, silver, and gold, were used throughout the cathedral. Gold leaf was applied to altars, reliquaries, decorations, and sacred objects. The famous Madonnina statue, installed in 1774 at the highest point of the cathedral, is covered with gold leaf and stands more than 4 meters high. Although the exact amount of gold used throughout the cathedral is unknown, historians agree that substantial quantities were employed over the centuries in artistic and religious decorations. The Duomo is also famous for its magnificent stained glass windows, some of which date back to the 15th century. These windows depict scenes from the Bible and are considered among the largest and finest examples of stained glass art in the world. The interior contains enormous columns, beautiful chapels, intricate sculptures, and numerous monuments dedicated to saints and archbishops. Visitors climbing to the rooftop terraces are rewarded with breathtaking panoramic views of Milan and, on clear days, can even see the Alps in the distance. Numerous legends and mysteries surround the Milan Cathedral. According to one tradition, hidden tunnels and secret passages extend beneath the building and connect with ancient structures beneath the city. Some historians believe that underground chambers still remain unexplored. Another mystery concerns strange symbols and carvings found among the sculptures and decorative elements. Researchers have suggested that medieval craftsmen intentionally included symbolic references related to astronomy, mathematics, alchemy, and religious philosophy. Certain figures and patterns continue to intrigue historians and art scholars today. One of the cathedral's most sacred treasures is believed to be one of the holy nails associated with the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. According to tradition, the relic is preserved high above the altar and is displayed only once each year during a special religious ceremony known as the Rite of the Nivola. The exact historical origin of the relic remains uncertain, adding another layer of mystery and spiritual significance to the cathedral. Some local legends claim that mysterious lights and unexplained phenomena have occasionally been observed inside the cathedral during quiet evenings. Others speak of hidden treasures and forgotten chambers sealed centuries ago. Although historians generally view these stories as folklore, they contribute to the aura of mystery surrounding the Duomo and continue to fascinate visitors from around the world. Throughout history, the cathedral survived wars, political changes, and natural aging. During World War II, Milan suffered severe bombings, but the Duomo escaped major destruction and remained a symbol of hope for the city's inhabitants. Because marble deteriorates under pollution and changing weather conditions, restoration has become a permanent responsibility. Since 1387, the Veneranda Fabbrica del Duomo, one of the oldest continuously operating institutions in the world, has supervised maintenance, restoration, and conservation work. Specialized artisans, engineers, and historians constantly inspect the cathedral to preserve its beauty and structural stability. The annual cost of maintaining the Milan Cathedral is enormous. Experts estimate that approximately $15 to $25 million are required every year for restoration, cleaning, security, lighting, climate control, and the preservation of statues, stained glass windows, and marble surfaces. Funding comes from entrance tickets, donations, cultural events, and contributions from institutions and benefactors. Without these continuous efforts, preserving such a vast and delicate masterpiece would be impossible. For tourists, the cost of spending one day in Milan and visiting the cathedral depends on travel style. Budget travelers generally spend between $90 and $140 per day, including accommodation, meals, local transportation, and entrance tickets. Mid-range travelers usually spend between $170 and $350 per day, enjoying comfortable hotels, guided tours, and quality restaurants. Luxury travelers may spend between $500 and $1,500 or more per day, especially if choosing premium hotels and exclusive experiences. Entrance tickets to the cathedral and rooftop terraces generally cost between $20 and $40, while meals in Milan restaurants typically range from $20 to $60 per person. Additional expenses may include museum visits, shopping, and excursions around the city. Today, the Duomo di Milano stands as one of the greatest architectural and artistic achievements ever created by humanity. Its dazzling marble facade, thousands of statues, golden Madonnina, sacred relics, mysterious legends, priceless artworks, and centuries of history continue to inspire millions of visitors each year. More than 600 years after construction began, the cathedral remains a living monument to faith, beauty, and human creativity. It is not merely a church, but a masterpiece that embodies the dedication, talent, and dreams of countless generations who devoted their lives to creating one of the most breathtaking monuments ever built. Subscribe to the channel and like the video.